turn my...
Let's do this. Try that now, Shawn.
All right, go ahead and talk.
Now
guys.
we're back. Shut up, Matt. I'm trying.
Hey, everybody.
Why is this still...
Hey, everybody. Oh, okay.
David,
hey,
can you go ahead and talk?
Welcome back to the Illuminated Page stream, this time for reals.
Yeah.
We are going to be playing Call of Cthulhu, 7th edition. Just as a warning to our viewers, Call of Cthulhu is an adult-based game, and it's set in the 1920s for this particular game, which means you're going to hear you potentially could hear some terms and sayings.
There you go.
That could be offensive.
I was thinking earlier, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you, because the first time we did this...
That's okay, I'm just doing my spiel, it's okay.
Well, go ahead, finish it. No, the audience will enjoy this since they weren't there for it the first time, but you actually called it, you said terms and conditions, and part of me was like, that sounds right, but it also doesn't. But I was like, did the 20s have
There are some terms and conditions that will be a problem.
Yeah, some terms and conditions from that time that may be offensive to some listeners. I was like, most terms and conditions are offensive to me, so...
Like the terms and conditions that let you release something as a big box store weeks ahead of...
Ooh, Worlds Collide reference.
See what happens when you interrupt me?
Sorry.
No, I'm kidding. So there are some terms and sayings that could potentially be offensive. Also, the mindsets of the time are going to be reflected in how things are played, especially from NPCs. The PCs may be a more enlightened group of folks, but the NPCs are not at all. That's not how they're written, and that's not how I'm going to play.
Yeah, some of the handouts get a little offensive.
Who do they ever? In fact, there's one handout we will not be putting on the screen because I do not feel comfortable reading it, let alone saying it.
Okay, good. Well, it's in there. If there's
I'll let
two,
you know to remove that.
There's two that I knew that I saw that I was like, oh. And I was like, I could read this guy's statement, but in his little accent, but not when he says that.
Nope. So when we left our investigators last, they had gone back to Lockhart investigations. Bobby had this. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do quick introductions. Hold on.
Yeah.
So with us tonight is Aaron Parks playing Aaron Lockhart. No, Shawn Parks playing Aaron Lockhart.
Yep, that's
Wave.
me.
Say hi.
Hello, everybody.
There you go. And then we've got Roxanne Thompson, one half of the Thompson Powerhouse, playing Ms. Jewell Rumtree.
The Thompson non-twins.
I said Powerhouse.
Yeah.
We've got David McFarland playing Professor Daulphus Hardgrove, and John Thompson, the other half of the Johnson.
The Johnson duo.
Thompson Powerhouse, playing
That's us.
Robert Bobby Blackwood. Last time we left you guys, you were at Lockhart Investigations. Bobby had gone home to go to bed. Everybody else was kind of bunking down. Everybody was staying in the same place. So we'll start the next morning. You guys have grabbed bagels and coffee. Bobby slept in a little bit because, rich folk do that. Shows up about 45 minutes after. What now?
Classist.
It's true. I'm willing to admit my
I
character
gave a
would slip
warning
and
at the
sleep in.
beginning of this.
That's true. This is one of those conditions. Is classism.
Yeah, one of those terms and conditions.
You know, the
Carrying around that silver spoon's
need
tiring.
of photographers is not that high at the early mornings. So
Yeah. Bobby shows up about 45 minutes after everybody else is awake and has gotten food. You guys have plenty of paperwork to go over. We already did this already, so there was some audio issues. So I'm gonna go through a couple of things that I know we've worked towards and just be like, hey, Aaron Lockhart, would you like to contact anybody? Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Yes, I'm going to contact some of my acquaintances in the police department that are familiar with my reputation and my work to let them know that to help expedite the investigation to release us so that we can travel more, and basically telling them that, hey guys, we were going to meet a friend. We saw the murder happen. We tried to stop one of them, hence the gunshot in the back, and then when we went down to detain him, he kind of hopped up with a giant club, and I had to put him down. And they're gonna see if I can work those connections to get us released a little faster.
Why don't you roll your credit rating with a bonus die? the best part of doing this the second time is that I actually know what things are called
You
this
know
time.
all the phrases.
That was the 2 10s and
See?
1 1, right?
That's correct.
And you take the higher.
I actually
Lower.
rolled a
Bonus die
24 this
lower.
time, which is
Oh, you
1
take the
point lower than my credit rating is.
Success. So you'll want to mark that. Oh wait, credit rating doesn't have a box, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Anyway, any other time you would want to roll that or mark that box. So yeah, you put the word out. See if you can start moving some wheels to get that helped out. And Bobby, you were going to see about getting connected with Erica Carlisle, correct?
Yes, I was going to reach out to see about getting a opportunity to talk to her, and I was going to be going with Ryan Douglas, one of my contacts. He's kind of new money, but he can maybe get us an audience with her. So
Yeah. So after a couple of hours, Ryan comes back that you guys are currently on Friday the 16th of January 1925. On Sunday the 18th, there's a black tie party starting about 8 p.m. That it'll run late. So you know that socially it's appropriate for you to show up between 9 and 9:30. That's officially still on time. That's not how I work at parties, but I'm also not rich. So, but you are definitely welcome to come then. But it will be a party, so everyone will need to procure appropriate dress. So tuxedos for the fellas, a dress for the lady, so on and so forth. So, I know that Daulphus does not have a tuxedo, correct?
I did not bring one. I didn't think we were going to a black tie affair. So,
Okay.
Bobby, if you could hook me up with your tailor, I'll get one made.
yeah, I got a tailor, not a problem.
So you guys go over, get Daulphus measured up at the tailor's, and then what else do you guys want to do? You kind of hit 2 of the 3 real potential leads that you got at this point.
We did
To
get
the Juju house.
we did get the telegram from Gavigan.
Oh, right, that's correct. You did get the telegram back from Gavigan. It says no information on Jackson Elias. Stop. Plenty of knowledge about death cults leading back hundreds or thousands of years. Stop. Visit when in London.
London is so far. Unless they're talking about... Isn't there another London?
There's lots of Londons.
Isn't there a London in the south?
There's Paris, Texas. I don't think they're talking about that though.
There's a Paris, Indiana, or Paris, Illinois. Yeah.
There is London, I believe, in Canada.
Ontario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a Cairo, Illinois
that.
as well.
I don't think we're going
I
to
tell
that
you,
one.
we just... Americans...
Enough of the geography lesson.
Yeah, aren't you an archaeologist, sir? You don't even know your geography.
So
You don't care where the dirt is as long as you can dig it.
You do want
I
to
just care what's
head to
under
the.
it.
You do want to head to the Juju house?
Yeah, why don't we
Indeed.
check out the Juju house? It seems to be our last lead here in New York while we continue to be under... I guess we're not being under observation, but we are being held here.
We're travel restricted.
Persons of interest in a murder investigation.
I understand. I have been interesting all my life.
Nice. So the Juju house sits at is in Harlem at 1 Ransom Court. It's a dirty alley off 137th Street, just east of Lenox Avenue. The short alley opens into a 20-foot square court. The area is not what most would call safe. There are a lot of homeless, a lot of vagrants. Did you want to leave the car there? Park directly there? You're in Bobby's car because, he's got the money, he's got the car.
Yeah, not happening. You said that there's a main street that this alley comes off of?
Yeah, 137th Street. You'd probably be okay with parking a couple of blocks away in a more populated commercial area.
I can always drop y'all off and wait in the car, but you might need my help.
We'll walk in together. I'd rather us seem united instead of us knocking on the door first.
That, and I don't exactly feel safe separating at this point going into this establishment. So
if we're off of Lenox Avenue, that puts us in Harlem, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
Hardgrove,
Yeah.
is your ear horn on you, or did you leave it back at the school?
I'm sorry. Is my what? I didn't hear you.
Did you really not hear her?
No,
Okay.
That's a no. That's a no. It's sitting on your desk as a paperweight. I told you that you were going to forget it.
Okay, so and for the record, Jewell, you've got a pair of brass knuckles that Mr. Lockhart gave you. Is that correct?
You know, that is correct. I completely forgot. I'm so glad I tucked that in my purse before we left.
And then Mr. Lockhart, you are armed with a gun, and Professor Hardgrove, you are also armed with a gun.
I am
correct?
strapped. Yes.
Okay.
hopefully
Alright,
not needing the guns because I don't exactly want to be detained any longer.
What now?
Hopefully not needing the guns because I don't want to be detained any
Well, I
longer.
mean that's always the plan. That always goes poorly though.
Mm.
So the building itself is surrounded by crumbling tenements, many with windows overlooking the court. You approach the front door. There is a small display window next to it. There's also a second door in the alley, but it's clearly from the back of some sort of shop that would be, you'd have to guess, out on 38th Street.
Oh my! Would
Can-
you look at those interesting artifacts?
Yeah,
Take
can
a
I
closer
get-
look at those?
Can I get an archaeology roll from Professor Hardgrove?
May I make one as well?
I rolled a
Yeah,
4.
Absolutely.
You rolled a 4?
No, I'm just repeating the roll from last time.
Oh.
That's fine. I'm good with that. It's not like you can go up at all.
They seem very, very familiar to me, but I'm unable to pinpoint. It's like on the tip of my tongue. There's
How
a
bad
75
you
over
fail?
70.
Ooh, you could spend luck.
You know what? I'm not feeling lucky today.
Okay.
My husband is out
Sure.
of town.
Professor, you note that the pieces in the window are very are genuine and authentic. Some of them from 60 or 70 years ago, some as far back as 400 or 500 years ago. All of them are in well-kept condition, not necessarily the greatest. Some of them had seen wear and tear just over time, but they are well taken care of now.
I guess with a roll of a 4 under a 99 score, I probably know like what tribe they're from and what purpose they served and that sort of thing. Right?
Yes, they're all mostly from the Kenya area, but those borders have moved a couple of times, and the tribes don't necessarily respect white man borders. So there's a little bit of that.
Fair enough.
You do know that just from the collection in the window, you're looking at a couple $100 easily. Is what the artifacts there are worth. So if that's what he's putting in his window, and that's kind of his top of the line, or at least the pieces to get people in, that's going to be a good starting place for you.
That's a couple $100 value in 1920s dollars.
Yeah. So
Wow. Okay.
several $1,000s now in just what he has in the window. And this looks like a skeezy little store, so that it tells you that he knows what he's doing.
These aren't no Pier 1 imports.
No. It's not an apothecary table that you can get 12 of. When you enter the shop, it is a mere 15 by 20 feet. And there is a spry man in what you're going to have to guess is his early 70s. Gray hair, kind of in a Jean-Luc Picard balding pattern. Although it is very curly and coarse. He's gone fully white there as well. He's an African-American gentleman with glasses, but they're like little half-moon glasses, kind of far down on his nose. He is dressed in a shirt, tie, and vest. So he looks pretty business-like. The place is dirty and dusty, and it's just piled with African tribal artifacts and bric-a-brac, including devil masks, leather-headed drums, stuffed models, giraffes, carved wildebeest, dull hand weapons intended for display, ivory warthogs, and so on. I need all of you to roll POW.
Pow?
Power.
Pow.
Yes, your power. It's going to be the very top on the right. John, did you get your character sheet up, John?
I'm good.
Okay, good.
We found 2 printouts.
Oh, good.
I got a 34 under 40.
I just need to know if you guys succeeded and if you got hard or extreme success.
I
Mine
failed.
was a regular success.
I failed.
Failed.
Okay.
Extreme!
Daulphus.
I'm sorry, Blackwood and Lockhart, the two of you feel uneasy, maybe a little on edge. The professor and Rumtree, there's something about these. There's an overall theming here. These are all very tied to the occult in one way or another. Not necessarily in the same way, just that these are all pieces that deal with belief and understanding of cosmology outside of what you would consider established religions.
Interesting.
Not necessarily a bad thing, but that seems to be the thing that he is focused on.
Okay.
And then you both do feel the uneasiness, but it probably has to do with the occult. There's some symbols on these that if you weren't trained to see them, you wouldn't notice consciously, but subconsciously they would be very off-putting, if that makes sense.
Interesting.
There are... I need a luck roll from all of you.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Not me today, sir.
I told you I wasn't feeling lucky.
I succeeded.
No luck here.
Okay, fantastic.
Can I push luck on luck rolls?
No, you absolutely cannot.
That's fine.
Wait,
Okay.
we want to roll under the luck, right? Right.
Yes,
Yeah,
correct.
okay.
Your current luck, not your max. There are 3 African American customers in as you enter. One of them takes a look at you and kind of just goes a little wide-eyed, puts down what he's looking at, and walks out. And you realize that you are in Harlem. 4 of the whitest folk that have ever been in this particular establishment ever, and you're all dressed in not just like appropriate business clothes, but especially Bobby is wearing nice clothes, and so is the professor. These are nice suits, and Ms. Rumtree is wearing something that is a little more not necessarily moneyed, but like it's what more moneyed people would wear.
It's a taco cat is what it is.
It's a what? I'm sorry?
Taco cat.
Oh, no.
I know. I'm breaking the tension. Yes, we are white and we are dressed nice, and they do not like it in Harlem right now.
Yeah,
So the
nice
one man
perspective.
leaves. The other 2 seem very uneasy and don't shift towards the door to leave, but don't, like, if you move in their direction, they get out of your way quickly. And after a couple of moments,
Miss
the
Rumtree
gentleman
smiles at all of
behind the counter looks up from his ledger and says, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And his accent is very thick. Could I get let's say an English roll from the professor specifically, and Miss Rumtree as well?
An English roll?
Yes.
Are we pinpointing an accent here?
Trying.
That is a success, a regular one,
That is-
I believe.
A hard success.
Excellent. So all 4 of you pick up
Right
on
on the
fact
money.
that it sounds like an African accent. Miss Rumtree and Professor Hardgrove, you can tell that it is Kenyan or something near Kenya. So maybe a tribal accent, but definitely something from that region. He says, my name is Silas and Quain. How can I help you folks this evening? Or this afternoon?
You said Silas and Quain?
Yes.
Yes. Good afternoon, Mr. Inquine. How are you doing this fine day?
Oh, it's a fine afternoon today. A little cold for my taste, but I've had a few customers in. What brings you to this part of Harlem?
We find out why we're here.
We share a mutual acquaintance, I think.
We are lovers of antiquity.
I'm sorry,
you have
John,
some mighty fine masks over there, my friend.
Yes, absolutely. May I show you something, or was there something particular you were looking for?
Well,
Quite possibly.
no. Go ahead. No, the professor should take it.
Quite possibly. I'm very interested in a lot of your wares. I saw some of the masks out there. Oh, was it a Kamba tribe or Maasai that I saw up there?
Oh, well, that is the Maasai tribe. I actually had a friend of mine pick that up directly from some men in the region. It's always nice to bring things from home a little closer to here so that people that have moved can feel that connection.
Nice.
So your knowledge
that.
is pretty thorough. Where have you studied?
Well, I am a professor of archaeology, and I've done quite a bit of work in Africa.
I see. Well, it's always a pleasure to have someone with such a keen eye in my shop. Is there anything in particular you're looking for that I could help you procure? Is your university looking for any display pieces?
We always are. Always.
Excellent. I need everybody to give me a spot hidden roll.
Success.
Ooh.
Oh, success.
Regular success.
I'm just looking at these things and I'm in awe of this really cute little stuffed zebra head.
So the three gentlemen notice that as he's talking, you can see just the barest bit of leather thong around his neck, and it seems to dip behind his buttoned-up shirt and tie. He's clearly got something around his neck there.
Okay.
He starts walking you through a few of the pieces and describing them and what they were used for and why they would be a great display piece. He is very thoroughly knowledgeable about a very specific region in Africa. But as he's talking, you quickly notice that the other two patrons have left.
Yeah.
They did so quietly without much of without any kind of an issue, but they did quickly leave.
These pieces are fascinating, Mr. Inquine. And I'm sorry, we seem to have made your guests uncomfortable. We will do our best to not impact your business negatively for too long. Do you get your product through Emerson Imports? Is that who you use?
Yes. I've been using Emerson Imports for several years, actually. They've done me quite well. Mr. Emerson has done a good job of safely transporting my items from my buyers to here, or when I go back from me to me. So he's done quite a good job for me.
Well, while everybody's talking to Silas, I'm going to ease back over by the front door and see if I can see anything odd going out through the display window. Whatever view I can get of outside, I want to check.
Give me a spot hidden. Don't forget to mark these if you're succeeding on them.
That is a regular success.
Okay. So, yeah, you look out. the bums in the kind of the alleyway are still bumming out there. Not really moved much. A few of them look like they're sleeping, but they also look pretty cold. But you don't see anything other than that. Nothing like there's not like a mob forming or anything. But there are still homeless people out there.
Okay.
Keeper, I have a
Yes.
out of game question.
Sure.
Did we get the Emerson Imports card with Silas's name out of Jackson Elias's pocket, or was this with the cult member?
Ooh, that is a good question. That's a really, really good question. We're going to have to flip back several pages to go find out.
My apologies. I did not know
15. No,
where
you're
we
fine.
got it from.
It was on the body of the guy that got killed.
So it was the cultist.
Yeah. I'm sorry, the guy that got killed. I'm not calling him a cultist.
Okay, but the guy in the red robe.
Yes, no, definitely the cultist, yeah.
Spoilers.
Right.
Teens,
Yeah,
this
no,
is what
that
a spoiler
came off
sounds
of
like.
his body. That was in his pocket along with a few other items.
I mean, he was wearing robes and had occult symbols on his weapon.
And didn't he have like some weird thing on his face too? Some weird mask?
Yeah, the
mask,
tongue
old
mask.
man.
Yeah.
The tongue mask.
The
yeah,
tongue
'cause-
mask.
Ugh.
Yep.
Ooh, how blunt does Miss Rumtree feel today?
Why aren't we mentioning you?
Well, she's not been very lucky, and she can't see much. So
I mean, I'm sorry, Bobby. Did you have something you would like to ask?
Well,
Just
I
to-
didn't want to step on any toes or anything like that, you know.
We're all equals here, young man. Please speak your mind.
So,
What?
well, the main thing had to do with, Mr. Elias. I mean, I'm looking at the guy when I say his name. You know,
give me a psychology. All of you can give me a psychology roll.
Psychology. That is.
I take that back. Lockhart, you're looking outside. No psychology roll for you.
Okay.
You get to roll for weather. I did not make a success. Psychology is not my
nor
strong
mine.
suit.
I have just a regular success.
Okay. There
dice,
is a flicker in his eyes for just a moment when Mr. Elias gets brought up. When Blackwood says Mr. Elias, there's just a flicker for just a half second. If you hadn't been paying close attention, you wouldn't have noticed it. I'm sorry, I don't. Mr. Elias, does he have a first name? Perhaps a former customer of mine?
Yeah, we believe so. Mr. Jackson Elias.
I'd have to check my logs. I don't recall anyone. Do you know when he would have purchased from me?
Maybe sometime in the last month, I would think.
You know, I'm not sure if Mr. Elias ever made a purchase from you. But
Oh, really?
I believe you and he had a mutual acquaintance.
Oh, perhaps. Do we know who the mutual acquaintance is?
Well, he's dead right now, but so no, I don't. But he wore a red robe and a weird mask and carried a strange club.
Well, that is very strange. Do you have the club? Maybe I could help you
Just
identify.
diving right in there, aren't we?
Well, no,
Mrs. Rumtree
maybe I
is
could-
not
we
known for-
don't currently have the club. It's with the police.
Do you have perhaps you might have a picture of it.
Oh yeah.
Bobby, roll luck. Because you developed all your pictures, I assume you took them with you. Is that correct, or would you left them at the?
Well, if we had the pictures
Awesome.
of it, I would have brought them with me.
Okay,
Alright, there we go.
That's fantastic.
And no. I
Okay.
don't like that dice.
Would you like some more?
I'm gonna have to go king
so
of the hill.
no, you
Damn
do
it,
not
Bobby.
have a picture of it. You
like some
could
more?
describe it pretty well if someone wants to roll an intelligence check. I would say probably the professor.
I got a pretty good look at it. I can tell you what it looks like. Maybe even draw you a sketch.
Oh yeah, please do. He pulls like a piece of paper out and hands you his pen.
Daulphus does
All right,
this
hard
all the
success
time.
on intelligence roll.
That's perfect.
He thinks
So
he's an
you
artist.
sketch it out real quick for you, and he picks real quick for him. He picks it up. Says, this looks like, and no offense to your artistry skills,
He doesn't
but it's also possible that you don't remember quite exactly the details. This looks close to the symbol for a cult called the Bloody Tongue, I believe. I would say something like this would have to be at least a couple hundred years old. I'm surprised that this was something that he attacked someone with.
So you did not sell this item to this man?
Oh, of course not. No. If I had a piece like this, first the wood that you said it was a club, correct?
Correct.
And the wood that this would be on would have to be very carefully treated. Not something you'd want to swing around, and it'd probably crack and break from being as brittle as it is. The Bloody Tongue hasn't been around in at least 150 years in the Kenya region, and as far as I know, it didn't exist outside of that.
And yet somehow they made their way here. Ain't that interesting?
Yeah, there was two of them.
That is strange. I really don't know much more about that.
Well, here's the thing, if I may.
By all means.
So you have Mr. Elias, might as well be very blunt, is also dead. Because he was killed by that guy.
I see.
And I think we have a photo of that.
Yeah, we do have a photo of that if you'd like to see, because it was not a normal mugging murder. I mean, he looked like, and the professor can jump in on this, but it looked very ritualistic what happened to our friend.
Yeah, you're very versed in artifacts, Mr. Inquain. Are you also versed in tribal rituals and cultic rituals?
Some. Not. Let me see the photograph. If you let him have it.
Yeah.
We just we hold it to him.
Oh, we're going to let him have it, all right.
He says, please, under the better light. And he kind of motions towards his counter. And there is better light there.
Okay. Set it on the counter.
Okay. So once you set it on the counter, he kind of walks behind it and picks it up. I need everyone to give me a spot hidden, and you are all at a negative. So you will roll 2d10s, and then take the higher of the two.
What is the opposite of a bonus dice?
A negative die.
Okay.
So I'm going to take the higher of the two?
That's correct.
I fail.
And this is a what?
Spot hidden?
Oh, darn. I went from an extreme success to just over.
I guess that would be the higher of the two? The one that I rolled anyway? Or do I roll again?
You roll again.
Okay.
So let me
just the
make
10?
sure I have this roll correctly. You roll a percentile die
well, it's
and
still a
two
success.
10-sided?
No, two percentile die and one 10-sided die. And then you'll take whichever of the two percentile die is higher.
It's higher. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me redo that then.
Okay.
So did anybody succeed?
I did.
Okay.
Nope.
I got just over.
Bobby's keen photographic eye caught the secret.
Yeah.
So as he's kind of lifting this up to get a better light to hit it, his other Bobby, you see his other hand go under the counter, and you hear the click as what you are assuming is a shotgun. What do you call that? Trigger, not trigger. The
cocking mechanism.
Chambering around.
Yeah. As it pulls back, and then you hear boom, and I need all of you to give me dodge.
All right.
Ooh.
So I had no chance to react with that, hearing that?
Not really. You can roll a bonus die.
Oh
no. Okay.
Where's dodge?
So failed that.
I failed as well.
So rolling a bonus die, what does that do?
It's the same as the negative die. You just do the same
you take
thing,
the lower.
but you take the lower.
Okay, well that is that would have been a extreme success.
So you definitely dodge out of the way. I say with an extreme success, any of the other people that did not get a success, you can also push out of the way as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
I succeeded.
Did Lockhart and Rumtree, did you two succeed?
We did not.
I failed.
We failed.
Okay. So Rumtree or Lockhart, who are you saving there, John?
You know, I'm sorry, but my character would be the lady.
Oh, understand. Totally. I totally understand.
Okay, so
Because she's also unarmed.
do me a favor, Aaron Lockhart, roll me a d6.
Did not pull a d6.
Here we go. One moment.
I mean, I could
There
roll
you
it.
go.
I just
We
like
don't
making you do
need
damage to
D6
yourself.
for this game.
2.
So you'll take 1 damage as splinters of wood from the counter kind of pepper your face. It is
not the moneymaker.
uncomfortable. Yeah. All of you need to make a POW check. I take that back. Bobby, you do not need to make a POW check
Okay.
at all.
I succeeded.
Succeeded?
Extremely succeeded. I rolled a 9.
Wow. So none of you are startled by this too badly to not be able to react. But he pulls out from underneath the counter a double-barrel shotgun, and it's clear that only one of the barrels has been fired, and he holds it up. It looks like maybe he wasn't trying to shoot you necessarily, it's just to make a loud ruckus. So we
don't
are
have to
in
point it at us if you're
combat.
not trying to hurt us.
Yeah, exactly. We are in combat. So
Alright.
where's
Well.
my stats for?
I forgot to buy guns again.
I asked like 4 times in the previous stream.
What, about me buying guns?
If anybody needed to get any other weapons.
Oh, is that while I
got,
was looking for a character sheet?
Oh, maybe.
That's all right. That's all
You
right.
got the brass knuckles.
I got brass knucks. I'm
That's-
sturdy. Jewell Rumtree, maybe.
Did you take Brawl?
No, because
Oh.
I wasn't going to be a fighter. I wasn't going to be a melee fighter.
So Bobby, what's your dex?
My dex is 80.
Okay. Lockhart.
80.
Wow. Rumtree.
My dex? 65.
How did you all end up with compound words for your last name?
It's the era.
Hardgrove.
I'll tell
60.
people how I made mine.
Just say 60?
60.
Okay. So Bobby and Aaron, you two go first. And we're going to declare. So the way the combat runs for our viewers at home, we declare what we're going to do, and then we will go through the regular rounds of combat. We will start with the firing round, and then we go to regular combat round. And if for some reason you have more than one firing round, you'll do that in the regular combat round as well. So Blackwood and Lockhart, what are you two doing?
Well, I'm going to pull my gun for one.
Okay, and then are you going to fire at him?
You're not armed, correct?
I'm not armed, but I have an idea if I need to.
Okay. Well, I was thinking if you want to try, do we want to try and tackle him?
I'm a very fast person. I want to put my hand where the hammer would go down on that second barrel.
Okay.
It's not going
Ouch.
to be, yeah, it's going to be painful, but it'll stop it from going off.
Okay.
So keeper question. Do I have to declare the attack, or can I just be pointing the gun, kind of like holding an action?
You're going to go first.
I'm going
So
first.
if you don't want to fire during that, you will not get you won't do anything in the firing round other than pull your gun and point it at him.
All right, I'm gonna have faith in Bobby. That's what we're gonna. I'm gonna pull the
Sure.
gun and point it, and that'll be the end.
Okay. Rumtree, what are you going to do?
Am I on the ground because Bobby pushed us out of the way?
No.
or-
It wasn't that big of a
Okay.
like he didn't shove either of you anybody to the ground. You just pulled you out of the way.
I would. I would probably. How far away from me is this man?
Maybe 7 feet.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna say. The gun is pointed just generally in our direction. All of
Yes.
us. I am going to. I'm gonna try to sidestep and sweep the leg.
Okay. All right. And
So I
then
guess
Hardgrove.
I guess brawl or melee or whatever.
Yeah, no, we'll get there. Hardgrove. What are
I
you
see
going to
everybody
do?
else, what they're trying to do. I'll go to try to restrain him.
Okay. So first firing, no one fires, and then we get to the guy with the gun, and he says, "Out, all of you, out." So Blackwood, top of the regular combat round, are you going to fire? Or I'm sorry, you're going to grab the gun, correct?
That was the goal.
Okay. Roll fighting brawl.
Fighting brawl.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
That's a good sign. I like that. Those noises.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yes. Yes. I
Okay.
succeeded.
Okay. Is that just a regular success?
It is just a regular success.
Okay. He doesn't roll his dodge, so you got a hold of the gun. Lockhart, what are you doing? Are you firing?
No, I'm not firing. I was just pointing the gun at him, kind of
Sure.
for an intimidation, I guess.
Rumtree, roll your fighting brawl.
Once because this is all happening at the same time.
It is. It is. Sweep the leg, Johnny.
Nope.
Johnny, no.
And then Hardgrove, you're going to try and restrain him.
Yes.
Roll your fighting brawl.
All right. Okay, I rolled a 22. That is my number for
Okay,
the
so that's a
hard
success.
success. It's
Oh,
the number
for a
for the
hard
hard
success.
success.
So
Does it
you
have
got
to
a
be
hard
below
success.
that number, or
Nope.
Okay.
That number or below. So you got a hard success. I got a success on my dodge. Because your success is better than mine, you succeed, not I don't. So the round goes, Blackwood grabs the gun in a way that will stop the hammer, the other hammer from dropping. Rumtree goes to kick him and misses, but Hardgrove grabs hold of him real good, and he doesn't necessarily let go of the gun, but he clearly doesn't have good control of it. So we're going to go to the top of the next round. What are you guys doing?
I don't think we're going anywhere, and I don't feel like this was necessary. We were just asking a couple questions. Now, if you have a reason...
Is it your intent to drop out of combat and just kind of hold on to him
mine.
and take the gun away from him?
Yeah, mine.
I'm sorry, I didn't get anybody but Roxy.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So, Blackwood, you kind of yanked the gun away from him. Hardgrove, you got a hold of him. And he's really not trying to resist. He seems like maybe there's some strength in him, but not a lot. He is a little bit of a frail man. You are like bullying around a little dude.
Well, this is not how we intended this to go, good sir.
Well,
Yeah, we just had questions. There was no need to fire on us.
Not only that, you didn't hear the rest of what I was going to say. We saved your life. Do you know why?
No.
Because that cult member had your business card in his pocket, and he was probably coming to see you next.
Do you have a persuade or
heck yeah.
fast talk?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, roll that. Roll one of those, whichever is better.
That is a lie.
That is a extreme success. That is a 4 out of 80.
John, did John intend his character to lie? Or did John
it was
just
an Emerson Imports
misremember the
business
detail?
card. It was an Emerson Imports business card.
My character, that's what he thought, literally. That's what I thought.
Silas and Quain's name scrawled on the
Perfect.
back.
Works for me. I just wanted to understand exactly what you believed. So he kind of, his eyes widen a little bit. He says, well, that wasn't what was supposed to happen.
Before anybody can say anything, I'm going to step up to him, and I'm going to pull the leather strap that's around his neck to see what is at the bottom of it.
Before you do that, I want you to think about this, okay? A shotgun just went off in a tiny little room, so you guys are definitely screaming at each other.
Right.
Because otherwise you wouldn't be able to hear anything.
Right.
Anybody in the alleyway heard this. You were a soldier. So, what does that mean to you? What is your character going to do?
I'm going to check outside.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
so
right. You're right.
I need you to give me a spot hidden.
So I'm going to run back to the window or the door.
The window's kind of really cluttered, so you'll look at the door.
To the door.
That is a 40, a regular success.
You see that the 4 bums are all standing now. Their blankets and such discarded. 2 of them are pulling hoods up. 1 is pulling a mask on. All of them have those clubs out.
Hey, guys. This is Cult Central. We've got 4 possible Bloody Tongue cult members outside standing up, and they've all got the clubs.
It's a trap.
That's fun.
Is there a back door out of this place?
I mean, you came in the only door.
Oh, the only door. Great.
Do they like you, Mr. and Quain?
According to what he just said, he's in cahoots with them.
Oh yeah, but I get that. But if he stands
Prof-
in front of me,
Professor, can I get you to make a
they
sanity
won't
check?
attack me if they like him. A sanity check?
Yeah, that's what I said.
I'm
Interesting.
good.
Okay. You don't lose any sanity as you hear him start to chant in a language you've not heard before. But the feeling you get deep inside of you is that this is bad.
I put my knife to his throat.
Are you letting go of him?
I'm holding him with one arm. I just pull my knife from the back and put it right
Okay.
to his throat.
Roll brawl for me.
I rolled a 5.
Is that hard or an extreme?
That would be an extreme. That's a 5. Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of pull him around. As you do, you get a glimpse of his eyes. They've gone milky white as he is still chanting and does not seem to even notice that you have done anything.
Do I hear what's the chanting?
Nope. It is very low. The only reason that Hardgrove could hear it is because he's holding him.
Okay.
So, Bobby
Mm-hmm.
and Aaron, top of the round again, because we're back in combat, whether you guys like it or not. What are you 2 doing?
I want to look and see if there are any other shells or anything under the counter. That's kind of where my character's at. It's like, let's get ready for this.
You're going to reload?
Is this
Or
a
look
two?
for something to reload?
Is this a 2-shot shotgun? Is this like a double barrel?
Yeah, it's a 2-shot. It's a double barrel. One barrel has been fired. The other one has not.
Yeah. He doesn't realize the danger yet from this guy, and he's more interested in being ready for what's going to come through the door.
That's fine. So you're going to look for another shot or more shells. Lockhart, what are you doing? The door opens in to give you the door opens in, but it has a relatively large window.
Right.
So if the window was broken in, they wouldn't necessarily be able to hit you if you were in the room, but
Right.
if you weren't right there, you wouldn't be able to stop them from coming in the window either.
Got you. I guess I'm going to shoot through the door.
Okay, that's great. Rumtree, what are you doing?
I'm taking my handkerchief out of my pocket with intent to shove it in his mouth.
Sounds good. And finally, Hardgrove, what are you doing?
I'd like to choke him out.
Okay, we'll see how that works. Okay, great. So, top of the round, Lockhart, go ahead and fire, because we're going to go through firing.
Okay. That was a hard success.
Hard
I
success.
rolled a 15, so yeah, hard success.
Hold on, sorry. Because it's based off of great. Okay. Choose a number 1 through 4.
3.
3. Okay, you hit. Roll your damage.
Okay, that is a 13 because it's. Oh wait, wrong one. I need the D10. Sorry. That's a 2.
That's 2?
Yeah, I get +2 to all my attacks.
But you rolled the 10.
Oh, sorry.
That's 12.
Yeah, I'm sorry. 12.
12 damage?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, you shoot him. He's dead.
Yay.
Good job.
I'm not leaving the town ever.
No more firing this round. So we're with Blackwood. You find a box of maybe 6 more shells under the counter. I'll let you go ahead and reload the one that needs to be reloaded. And then you're set and ready to go. Rumtree, you need to make a fighting brawl.
He's dead, right?
No.
That was one of the coming in the door.
Lockhart fired out the door.
I was like, gosh dang it, we can't get nothing done around here because our shooty guys are just killing everyone. Yeah. Fighting brawl?
Yeah.
That does not make it. So
I
have a handkerchief, but I couldn't get it in his mouth.
And then Hardgrove, I need you to make a fighting brawl.
Regular success.
I got a hard success on his con, so you got a hold of him, but he is not choking out. He's occasionally like gagging a little bit through his chant, but it doesn't slow his chant down at all. So we will go back to the top of the round. Oh, I'm sorry. They get actions now. Mr. Lockhart, could you give me Mr. Lockhart, one of the 3 standing cultists reaches beneath his robes and flicks his hand out quickly as though he is throwing something at you. You can either dodge or drop prone. If you drop prone, you're not going to be able to shoot them next round.
I'm going to try to dodge.
Okay.
And that is a regular success.
Okay. The knife actually embeds itself on the side of the door. It was not well thrown. The other 2 guys run at the door. They're not just walking anymore. They charge the door. One of them is trying to jump in through the broken window because you shattered the window when you fired out.
Right.
He makes it in through the window and kind of rolls up in front of you, and he will be right there next round. And then, Professor, can you give me a luck roll?
Okay. I'm good.
Okay, good news. You are on top of something that begins to lift. And when it doesn't lift because you're on top of it, you feel something hit it hard. You need to make, let's say, a dexterity roll, but with a negative. So you will roll 2 of the percentile dice and 1 10-sided dice. Take whichever's higher.
Okay, and it's for dex?
Yes.
All right. That is regular success.
Okay, so you are not knocked down, but it's definitely there's somebody underneath you. And standing here and holding a guy and trying to hold the door or the trap door below you, that's going to be a lot going on all at once. So
Rumtree, come stand on this trap door.
Daulphus, we've talked about your assessments of my weight before.
With
top
me,
of the round,
Rumtree, with me.
Top of the round, we're with Blackwood and Lockhart. What are you guys preparing to do? We're going to declare again.
I'm going to shoot the one that's in front of me.
Well, I was going to definitely shoot the one that came through the door.
Okay. That sounds good to me. You'll both shoot him. Rumtree, what are you doing?
Going to stand on a trap door, it looks like.
Okay. And Hardgrove, what are you doing?
I'm going to double down on that choke and try harder.
Sounds great. So Blackwood and Lockhart, both of you are going to fire. He is not dodging at all Blackwood's shot, but instead of dodging, he's going to attack you and the gun with his club, Lockhart.
That is a 94. That's a failure.
Oh, good, because I hit.
That is...
Oh, no, I did not. Never mind. What did you get?
I got a hard success. And
okay.
So, with the shotgun.
Okay. So you'll roll 1d10 plus 7 for damage.
Okay, because damage I had written down was like based on range, I thought.
That's for buckshot. Do you really want to do buckshot? Because you'll probably kill Lockhart.
No,
No,
buckshot.
not really. So D10?
Yeah.
Yeah, d10 plus 7.
That is 15.
Oh. So he swings and clips swings at your pistol. Lockhart misses it terribly, but then takes the full shotgun in the side and drops.
Good shot, Bobby.
Rumtree.
Tis
What were you doing?
I am quickly stepping on to where Professor Hardgrove asked me to stand, and maybe I'll have a little jump on top of it just to let them know that they're not coming
and then
through.
Mr. Hardgrove, Professor Hardgrove didn't go to doctorate school to be called Mr. Roll your fighting brawl. I got a hard success on his constitution.
I got a hard success on my fighting brawl.
What was the number you rolled?
A 17.
Oh, you are way lower than me. So
I didn't get to roll for size.
what now?
I said I didn't get to roll for size.
Are you trying to choke the guy out or just hold the door down?
I was just holding the door down.
Yeah, no, he's choking the dude out.
I know. I'm giving you fuss.
That is a wily
You
old
got
man, by the way.
you've got a good hold on him. As long as he doesn't break free from you, he'll probably fall unconscious soon. So,
But I guess his muttering, whispering that only the professor could hear is stopped.
yeah. He's definitely he can't breathe. He's no good on that.
Daulphus, I've told you before, chloroform is always quieter than gunshots.
Y'all have
Lockhart,
really interesting conversations.
Yeah.
Lockhart, you can fire again.
There's still the one outside, right?
There's two outside. One that threw a knife and one that did not. One's right by the door. One's a little bit farther back.
All right, yeah, because we've dropped two, so there's two. Yeah, I'll fire out the door again.
Sure, go for it.
Oh, failure.
Okay.
That's a bad die.
Man, I feel like
so the guy
Lockhart just
outside.
whiffed.
What now?
How far off were you?
A lot. I was 82.
Oh.
You cannot luck combat.
Oh.
Important to note.
There we go.
Combat
You also
is-
cannot. You also cannot push combat. We haven't done any pushed rolls yet, but we'll get to those.
Okay.
The one at the door reaches inside the door and turns the handle in case it's locked and opens it to come inside. And the other one's right behind him. Meanwhile, Rumtree, I need you to make. Are you you're hunkering down on that thing, like you're sturdy yourself on it? Is that right?
Yeah,
You
I've
centered
lowered
your
my
gravity.
center of gravity so that
Roll your size.
See, that's what I thought. I'd have to roll. That makes it.
Okay. You feel another hit. You keep it down, but you feel you hear the wood underneath you splinter a little
Harlem.
because it was hit that hard.
Oh, so it's good wood. It's not bad wood.
It's good wood. It's not that you're going to fall through. It's that whatever's down there is going to break through.
He's very angry, this young man.
You assume he did something.
Blackwood and Lockhart, I want you to
do.
declare.
They're violent.
We'll be shooting.
Yeah, I'm shooting one that doesn't look like he aimed at.
Okay. Rumtree, what are you doing?
Well, see, once upon a time I was going to ask for that shotgun, but I do not have any kind of weapon, so I guess I'm standing still.
Okay. So you're just going to hold the
I
trap
guess
door?
I'm going to hold the line and hope that this, whatever's coming up, doesn't get a vision of my breeches on his way up.
Okay. And then Hardgrove, you're going to continue the choke?
Yes.
Fantastic. Blackwood and Lockhart, go ahead and fire.
Success.
Success.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your damage. I can't dodge anything.
13.
5.
Good for us.
Jeez, OP. What'd you get, Lockhart?
5 for damage.
5. The one that gets shot with the shotgun drops. Your shotgun is out of shells, though. You'd have to reload. That'll take a full round. The other guy takes 5 and is not down. No firing, no firing. Lockhart, you can fire again.
Yep. And do that now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Oh, failure.
Failure?
Yep.
Okay. While I'm looking at stats. The guy that is still up at the door comes in and swings his club at you. You can dodge if you'd like.
Yes, I'll dodge. 24, that is a hard success.
Okay. You succeeded better than I did. Rumtree, roll your size again.
Okay. That is a regular success.
Okay, so you feel the trap door underneath you jostle again hard, with a clattering of some kind, and what you see. Hold on, sorry. What you see come through the floor looks like a lion's claw. You can roll dodge because it could get your ankles. These are claws.
I did not wear my boots today. I can't luck that, can I?
No, you really cannot.
2 over.
Okay, so you have 2 choices. Or you have a choice of 2 options. You can get off the door, or you can take the damage.
I am going to get off the door.
Okay. So as you he swipes or something swipes at you, you step off of the door, out of like a lion's paw just came out, and the door flings open.
I think I'd be startled to see
yeah,
a lion's
a little
paw
bit.
in Harlem.
Push the old dude down. Push the old dude down.
I'm sorry. I'm looking for the description of this guy.
Daulphus, you all right? Okay. All I could see was your forehead.
Well, he fell down the hole when you jumped off.
Yeah, I was kind of still standing on that thing too, but that's all right.
No, yeah, the way you've had to hold him, you're kind of off of it just just enough.
All right.
Okay, now push the old dude down the hole.
Well, I don't think it's open yet. I just stepped
off.
off.
No, it's flung open.
Oh, okay.
It is flung open, wide open. That's not what I need.
So,
where's his description? Why do I not have a description for this dude?
Is this to say that
He
my weight is
looking like a man.
equal to a lion's strength?
Apparently, at this point.
So, a man in a long feathered shawl of shimmering colors, with a lion's paw-like device on one arm and a club and a large sacrificial dagger in the other, is coming up out of the hole.
Oh no, it's Lionel.
And he is quite startling. So startling, in fact, that the professor and Miss Rumtree need to make sanity checks.
Good.
I am not.
You will lose a D3. Daulphus, you'll lose 1. As you realize his face has been painted to look like a tongue is surrounding it.
So rolling a D3, is that a 6 divided by 2, or how do you?
You'll roll a D6 on a 1 and 2 is 1, on a 2 and 3. I'm sorry, 3 and 4 is 2,
Okay,
5 and 6 is 3. So yes, dividing in half, but rounding the other way.
That's fine. That works. Thank you.
So he is out of the hole. Hardgrove, I'm going to roll Brawl. Fighting Brawl, you need to also roll Fighting Brawl to see if the guy breaks free from you.
Oh, he's not out yet? Dang.
No.
Hard success.
Okay. He drops. Like, he goes limp. That doesn't mean he's necessarily out. You've been fooled before, maybe. But
I'm holding on to him. He's also a meat shield.
Yeah, right. He seems to be unconscious. So, top of the round. Blackwood, Lockhart, what are you guys doing?
You're out of shots.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
reloading.
I've got 2 left, so I'm going to take 2 more shots at the last guy outside.
Okay. You're reloading, Blackwood. Rumtree, what are you doing?
I guess looking for a weapon. I mean, I
Roll luck.
let's see. That is. I missed that one too. I don't find
Doing
one.
really good. You're
No,
doing
I'm
fantastic.
getting really upset. I have a feeling that unless somebody with a gun comes back, Rumtree's about to die.
Okay. So you don't see anything in the immediate area. Hardgrove, what are you doing?
I will throw my knife at the guy at the lion hand.
Sure. Okay. So Lockhart, go ahead and make your fire.
The first one is a fail.
Okay. Go ahead and fire again.
I have a question.
That is a
Yes.
success.
I'm sorry. What was your question, Hardgrove?
Just looking at my character sheet, would throwing the knife fall under knife or under throw?
It would fall under throw.
Then can I change what I want to do?
Well, what do you want to do now?
I'll stab the knife in the counter next to me and pull out my gun.
Sure. That sounds good. That will take the majority of your round, though. You probably won't. If you get a shot off, it will be at a negative.
Okay.
So, you hit that second shot,
Yeah.
Lockhart?
Yes.
Okay.
That
Go ahead
was
and roll your damage.
7 points of damage.
7. He is still up.
Ooh. And
Yeah,
I'm actually out now. I'm going to have to reload next round.
Before Rumtree goes, the guy coming in the door swings at Lockhart. You can roll a dodge if you'd like.
I am going to roll a dodge.
I actually hit that time.
That's a 35. That is a success.
You are lower than I am, so you dodge as he comes real close to hitting you with that club. Rumtree, are you just looking around? That's the only thing you're doing?
I guess I'm frantically looking around.
Okay. I need you to make an opposed POW check. Where's my POW? Holy cow. Oh, that's a hard success for me.
That's
Roll
a
good, Roxy.
hard success for
Roll
me
good.
too. It's 19.
I rolled an 18.
Alrighty, here we go.
You're going to roll a D3.
Okay.
The man coming out of the hole in the ground is chanting something. As he does, he reaches the clawed hand out at you. And Rumtree, you believe that you see something spectral come out of his hand and wrap around your chest. You feel as though something is grabbed hold of your heart and is crushing it. You take the D3 worth of hit point damage, and you are now temporarily paralyzed, as though you are having a heart attack. So the grip on the chest, the numbness in the arms, the pain, all of that is what you're experiencing right now.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. And then Professor Hardgrove, do you want to take a shot this round? It's clear that this man has done something and is hurting Rumtree.
I will take a shot.
Sure, go for it.
And you said it'll be at a negative?
Yeah, so you'll roll 2 percentile and 1 tens dice.
Okay. One's a 23, the other's a 43. So let's see. Handgun needs 30 for a hard success, so It's
Just a regular
just a regular success.
That's fine. You still hit. Roll your damage.
What is the damage? I got it here. It's a 1d10 plus 2. Okay.
Yep.
That would be 10.
Ooh. You hit him, and he falls over. Rumtree, you are no longer paralyzed, but you still have that feeling of like you like your energy has been sapped. Like if you ever had like a really bad coughing fit, and afterwards you're just a slight bit dizzy, and you just feel really drained.
I'm on the ground.
What now?
She'd probably fall.
Well, you were paralyzed, so you weren't holding yourself up. So when it was let go, you kind of drop.
Okay.
Both of you need to roll sanity checks. Professor and Rumtree.
Nope.
And actually, Blackwood and Lockhart, make me spot hidden checks.
Oh, yeah. Hard. What is it when you roll 1?
That's it. That's a critical success. Good news. Blackwood rolls sanity.
Oh, great.
I rolled a hard success. I mean, extreme success.
Fail.
Oh,
yeah.
Then also roll sanity. Anybody that fails sanity is going to lose a d6 of sanity. If you succeeded, you're still going to lose 1.
So my sanity's a 57. I rolled a 35. 25.
So you
25.
succeed. You succeed.
Yep.
You'll still lose 1 sanity.
1 sanity.
I lose 2.
Yes. As you guys realize and see this spectral like tentacle. I take that back. It's not a tentacle. A spectral tongue wrapped around Rumtree kind of dissipate, and she drops to the ground. You have seen magic.
Did you just see that, Bobby?
I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
we're at the top of the round. Blackwood, what are you doing?
So you reloaded last round.
Yeah, I'm shooting the guy at the door, and I'm saying, "Save the girl, save the lady."
Okay. Lockhart, what are you doing?
I'm dropping my clip and popping in the second one because I'm out of shots.
Okay. Rumtree, what are you doing?
Lying there like a lump.
You can get up. I mean, you can do something
I
this
don't
round.
know if there's
Absolutely.
anything worth getting up for. I've lost enough sanity that I think she's probably in a state.
Just get up and kick the lion, dude, just to make yourself feel better.
How much sanity have you lost?
6.
What were you at?
38.
Oh,
wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope. You're not quite there.
But
20%. 20% is 8, 7, 8. Yeah.
I don't know. You're the
Sanity's so
math guy.
low.
I don't know. That started at 38. That's what I
started pretty low myself.
I was wondering why you guys weren't passing your sanity. I thought they were like the same as mine.
No, you remember you had like 500 points to place. We had 200.
Well, the sanity should come right off of your POW. What's your POW at, Roxy?
No, my POW's only 45.
That's why she had already lost 7 over time.
Gotcha.
So you're not quite knocked like insane, but you're close.
You're shook and you're like.
Yeah, that's why she's not doing anything.
If you sneeze one more point of sanity out, you're going to be insane.
She can't. She can't attack. She has no weapons. She will not approach this thing.
Sure.
She's gonna sit there like a lump, and if he coup de grace, he coup de grace.
Sounds good. Hardgrove, what are you doing?
Is the lion guy moving?
Oh yeah, he's alive.
Another shot.
Okay. So Blackwood, take your shot.
That is a critical success.
Nice.
Did you roll a
I was
1
going to
again?
ask before you shot.
Whatever it is.
Do you want to fire one chamber or both?
This guy is taking 2 shots already. I think one should be enough.
Okay. Then he is definitely dead.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. You got a critical success. There's no way. You essentially put it to his chest and pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Great shot, Bobby.
Lockhart, you're reloading.
Yep.
Rumtree, we're good. The man on the ground gets up and turns to the guy that shot him, and begins chanting again. So I need a opposed POW check from you, Professor.
Wait, who got up?
The lion dude.
Who just got shot? He got up after being shot with the shotgun?
No.
No. No, the guy by the door got shot with the shotgun. You shot the lion guy last round.
Right. Okay.
So the lion guy stands up and starts chanting something at you. You need to make a POW check.
Okay, the lion guy who I was just putting another shot into. Right?
You haven't gone yet?
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, you do go. Go ahead. You have firing. Sorry, I forgot about firing. Go ahead.
All right, that's a success. 38.
Is it a
38 is, I'm looking, hang on, 38 is, yeah, still just a regular success.
Okay. Actually, you do hit him, so roll your damage.
Okay. 5 damage.
Okay. All right, now you need to make a POW check. Because now he's still not dead, but yeah. Make your POW check.
13.
Oh,
that would
seriously?
be an extreme success.
Yeah, it would. He starts chanting. You again see the wisp of this power coming out of his clawed glove, and it wraps around you, but like it's like it goes to grab hold of you and kind of dissipates.
Not today, Satan.
Top of the round. Blackwood, what are you doing?
I'm putting that other shot into this guy.
Okay, Lockhart.
Same thing.
Rumtree.
Nothing.
And then Hardgrove, what are you doing? Firing on him?
Yep.
Okay. Blackwood, Lockhart, go ahead.
Success. Making sure it's nothing special. I don't think it is.
Well, he dodged and then he extreme dodged. So if neither one of you got a hard success,
Nope.
okay,
No.
then he dodges his way out of those 2 shots.
Can I take my second shot now?
Not yet, because Hardgrove's going to fire at him.
Okay.
Go ahead, Hardgrove.
I've got a 6.
Oh my! Well, he's already dodged and he can't. He's too close. You're too close. So go ahead and roll your damage. Well, actually,
So is the damage the same if you?
Yes.
No matter
It's
what
when-
your success is. Okay.
When you get a critical success, then it doubles.
Okay. What?
You'll do
critical?
enough to him. 1.
Oh, gotcha.
It doesn't matter though because you're going to do enough damage to kill him.
Okay. Roger that.
So you fire and you hit him solidly in the chest, and his body falls and rolls down the stairs underneath the trapdoor. All right, we are out of combat. What do you guys want to do?
I am going to run over, kneel down by Jewell Rumtree, and check on her.
Give me a first aid check.
I mean, I'm physically fine.
Well, I'm not real. I mean, you're not completely physically fine.
No, but
Like,
I mean, I have
you're-
no open. I have
yeah.
no wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a failure. That was a 99.
She looks like she's shell shocked.
But I say I'm
You've
fine.
seen. Yeah, you've seen this before.
Yeah,
you
I'm
can
familiar
you
with
can
it.
see in her eyes. You've seen like this. This is what happens after a grenade goes off a little too close to it, or an explosion goes off a little too close to a guy. Not that you can say you blame her, but like she's had a rough day.
I'm going to reach into my pocket and hand her a flask.
I will drink.
Nice. It actually does make you feel better. Roxy, you gain back 1 point of sanity.
You got to love that illegal hooch.
Yeah.
It's just restorative.
Yeah, because this is still prohibition, isn't
Yep.
it?
Uh-huh.
I got
Yeah.
connections.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
know a guy.
I know a few myself.
So you got bodies in the court, bodies in the building, body that went down some stairs,
And we're
And
like the most obvious
an
people
unconscious Silas and Quain. What are you guys doing?
around. So, well, I'm with Miss Rumtree since Bobby and the professor, we all noticed the leather strap on him. I want someone to check that out and see. I mean, I think we confirmed he's part of the cult, but let's get some proof.
Yeah. So there's a key on the end of a leather strap.
Oh,
Okay, well, we'll be taking that off of him because I was going to tie him up and gag him anyway, so.
Okay.
I'm-
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm reloading and I'm moving out the door to see if I see anybody else coming.
Okay. You've got the 2 that you put in there. Hold on. You got the 2 that you just put in there, and you'll have 1 more shell, and that's it.
Okay.
That's all the shells you could find.
Yeah.
You don't see
Hopefully we don't
anyone
need
out the door. You don't hear any sirens. Nothing.
Yeah.
So we've got some time to
Unfortunately, unfortunately, it's Harlem.
So we have the Silas unconscious. We've got 1 dead lion dude, and we've got 2 of the cultists.
4 dead cultists.
Well, right, but 2 of them are. One of them's outside still, dead.
One of them is outside. The other ones are at least partially in the door.
Okay. All right, we're gonna leave them like that. I'm not gonna try and hide evidence at this point, just in case the cops do show up. So
They
let's just leave it as
they
is.
are all African American. So that is important to note.
Oh, dude! Oh, man! The 20s just kicked in my head. It's like we're gonna get scot-free.
That's unfortunately.
I know it's the time.
Yeah.
Okay,
But they are wearing the red robes, right? Suddenly?
That's correct.
and they all had clubs.
Yeah. Is anyone going down the stairs?
I would like to point
smoking
out
a
before
cigarette.
we leave, I think we should take the 4 red robes off of them and take them with us.
Or the clubs. I mean, which is going to be
both.
more.
The clubs too. I mean, the
not-
clubs and the masks and the robes and all of it. Yeah.
Oh, so we're stripping bodies now.
No. Why would you want to do that?
Because we might
because
need
we don't
them.
know when we're going to run into these guys again, and I don't know. Maybe it would help if we blended in and looked like them.
Well, not.
You do have giant holes in these robes from
Oh, well.
shots. Like I'm not saying don't. I'm saying
They're red. They hide the blood.
Well, yeah, but also we're not exactly going. Even in the robes, we're not going to blend in. If you catch my drift.
Well, they do have masks too, right? I mean,
Look, I don't. Yeah, I don't see.
I'm not touching them.
Yeah.
I'm not either.
You want the sticks? I get the sticks. I go.
all right.
And I'll check their pockets, but I'm not expecting to find anything.
the pockets of the cultists. That's a good point. You turn out maybe $1.50 between the 4 of them.
Good, I can buy more cigarettes.
For $1.50, 1920s, you can buy like a lot of cigarettes.
I can, and I'm gonna smoke every last one of them.
Okay, so I guess who wants to search the lion dude?
He fell back down, right? I'm not going anywhere near his body.
I'll go down there.
Well, I mean, did he fall down the hole, or is he still up in the room
He
with us?
well,
he
there
fell
are
back down the
stairs.
hole.
Yeah, there are stairs that are coming up from that trap door.
Anybody
He
got a
fell
flashlight?
down.
Can somebody restrain the other guy and like make sure he can't talk right now?
Yeah, he's tied up.
All right. Can we look for a flashlight?
Yeah, you can look for one.
Or
So
are there lights on down the stairs?
There are not lights on down there. There's a candle.
So spot hidden, maybe, for that.
No, I'm telling you, there is no flashlight.
Oh, there is no
There's
flashlight.
there's
Gotcha.
a
There's a candle.
candle you can light.
All right. Well, no, that's better than nothing, right, guys?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's light.
So who's going down to the lion guy?
I'll go.
I will go with.
Okay.
Back up.
So the stairs are exceptionally steep, just wide enough or just long enough for a full foot, for a medium size like 9 foot. Anything more than that, your shoes are hanging over, and each step is a little taller than what you would expect. Yeah, so it rapidly descends into this down where it's going. You find his body all the way at the bottom. There's a small landing area, and then to the right is a door, and it looks like this all has been dug out of packed earth, except the stairs that are clearly stone.
All right.
Checking this guy, kicking the knife away from him.
The claws are from a lion. It's fixed to a glove-like garment. It looks like it's just one of them, but it looks like it's also sturdy enough to use as a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a ritual item. The robes, can you roll natural history for me? I don't know that natural history is still a thing. Is this still a thing?
Natural world.
There's history.
Natural world would be correct.
Okay. Nope.
Okay, you may need help with that, but that's not that big of a deal. On him, there's also a headband of gray metal, but
Weird.
that's all you see on him.
Bobby, do you have
In
your...
fact, under the robes, he is wearing nothing else.
Ooh, okay.
Bobby, do you have your camera?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
I think it might be worth wasting some flash bulbs down here to get pictures of this guy.
No,
The likelihood that you have flash bulbs left after that combat is 0.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
I mean, you can have your camera and you might be able to drag him back upstairs, but to get flash bulbs, you're gonna have to go back to the car. It's highly unlikely that those would have survived.
All right.
Darn 20s.
Drag him over by the stairs to get as good of light as I can.
Sure.
And
Roll photography for me.
Hold the candle down by him.
Yeah.
photography. Where do I have that?
Come on, Bobby, earn your paycheck.
There it is. That is a hard success. 26
You
out of
get what you
35.
think are fantastic pictures of the claw, the headband, the robes. You cover him just enough to not expose his genitals, but you get good pictures of him. The door that is next to you is clearly there's clearly a keyhole, and the frame of it is wood built into the hard packed dirt.
Before we look at the door, Bobby, you kick the knife away. I'm going to look at the knife.
It is a ritualistic knife. Where's that at? That's way earlier in the chapter.
Maybe take it.
It's a ritualistic knife.
Yeah, take it to the dock.
With some carvings on it that you're not familiar with, but the professor probably will.
Right,
be.
so I'm gonna grab it. And hope everything that it doesn't fly away.
It's a long knife. You're not quite sure much more than that.
Okay, but we have it to take up to the professor.
Yep. Are you guys going back up, or are you going through the door? What do you guys want to do?
Do we have the key to go through that door? I mean, did somebody give us the key to go?
No, I think the professor
I
would still
assume you
have
guys can have the key if you want.
Yeah,
I've got it. I mean, I pulled it off of him. If you just say holler for it.
Yeah,
Sure.
I need the key.
Hey, Professor, do you want to come down here? We got a knife for you to check out, and we need your key.
All right.
Jewell, are you going down there with him?
No.
Okay.
You wanna? Somebody ought to stay.
I can handle myself.
All right.
So all 3 of the men are going down. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
I kinda feel
Fantastic.
bad.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna pass the knife over to the professor, and I'm gonna head back up the stairs because I don't want to leave Jewell unarmed.
Professor, give me an anthropology roll if you have.
I said I want the knife.
Nice reference there, Golden Child. Very good.
43. That would be a regular success.
So you see carved into the dirt. It's hard to see with the lighting as it is. There are tribal signs symbolizing evil that you know are from the Kikuyu tribe. It's a tribe from the Kenyan region, specifically close to the mountains, kind of deeper into the continent, not near the coast. The door itself has more symbols. This time, you're not quite sure what they are. And then you two, so Lockhart and Hardgrove, you're going in?
No, I went back up. I gave the knife to the professor and went upstairs because I didn't want to be Jewell left alone unarmed.
So Blackwood and Hardgrove are going in.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to open the door? I'm keeping a shotgun pointed out at when he opens it.
Okay.
Okay.
So you open the door to this room. The ceiling is maybe 15 foot tall. You see sconces along the wall at every 2 or 3 feet. All of them are already lit. So the room itself is kind of lit. Across from you is a hanging curtains. They're closed. Along the walls, though, you see drums, and to your right is a winch system holding a large stone circular slab down that looks like it could be winched up if need be.
Ooh.
What the?
This looks like maybe a ritual chamber.
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't need to roll anything. It's pretty solidly that.
Yeah, but what about them curtains?
I need you to both give me a listen.
Okay. Listen. There you are.
Oh, yeah. That is a hard success.
And Professor?
Nope.
Excellent. So Blackwood, you hear a shuffle. And a shuffle.
Something's in there. Close the door.
Are you closing the door?
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay. Shut the door. Are you locking it?
I would lock that.
You don't want to know what's in there?
I don't want to know what's in there. That room gave me the creeps. I think I'm good. I think I.
Well, you got the shotgun.
Would you like the shotgun?
I'm gonna holler down the stairs. Guys, everything okay?
No, not really.
What's wrong?
There's like some kind of occult kind of room, and there's something in there that I can't see, but I can hear.
Did you shut the door?
Yeah.
Oh, good job.
Thank you. I appreciate the appraisal of the situation.
But it's some sort of a ritual chamber. I would really kind of like to know what they're doing down there.
Well, there's somebody you can ask. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be
This is
bad,
true.
but
This is true.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that. That's true. We could just question Silas here.
Good point. Let's wake him up.
You want to do it here? You want to take him back somewhere where we can control it a
Don't
little
really
better?
want
Maybe.
to put him in my car.
I mean, I know it's Harlem, but I mean, it's gonna look a little suspicious if we're dragging a tied up, gagged 70-year-old man between us back to the car.
Yeah.
Well, I figure, you guys go get the car, bring it back, and we just take him right out the door to the car. But,
Put him in the trunk.
Jewell stands up, and she drops her cigarette on Silas M. Quain, and she goes down the stairs and takes a shotgun and fires a shot or opens the door, and she wants to fire a shot at the curtains.
Okay. So you go down the stairs, you open the door, and about halfway across the room, you're gonna need to make a sanity check. Is a body moving towards you that is clearly dead. Who else is down there, Professor?
I'm not in the ritual room, but I'm just in the downstairs part there with
That's fine.
Blackwood.
When she opens that door, you're probably gonna look in, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Blackwood, did you go back upstairs?
I'm kind of in shock that somebody just came and took the shotgun out of my hands. I'm feeling a little naked. But hey, you know, she didn't have a gun before.
So
I'm
so
kind of
you also
standing there a
look in the
little in
room, right?
shock.
So you also look in the room, right?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, all of you need to roll sanity checks.
What's the loss?
All right.
Oh no.
One or on a failure, 1d8.
Still lose one on a success.
Yep.
All right.
D8 it is.
All three of you need to roll. Nope, never mind. That's good. Okay.
Yeah, borrow your pen again.
Oh yeah.
Zombies. Why did it have to be zombies?
Zombie.
I'm insane.
Okay, so
you weren't exactly
Rumtree-
gripping sanity.
I'm
really
still
well
gonna
there.
fire the gun though if I.
No, that's fine. No, that Rumtree screams a lot
Oh, I don't know if I
and
scream.
unloads. You do. You're insane. I get to tell you what you're doing. Rumtree screams a lot, fires both barrels of the shotgun, throws the shotgun at the zombie, slams the door shut and locks it, and then runs up the stairs.
Oh, so I don't even get to pick my own actions when I'm insane? Because I would not do that.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't, because this is a break in your. Essentially, yes, I could let you. However, for the effect here, I'm choosing to take your actions and tell you what you're doing with them, because basically you've seen magic and a dead dude and a really creepy guy, and now a zombie in a 24-hour period. That's a lot.
Then I walk
is a
out and go to
lot.
the car. Can I do that on my own? Or do you
You
need
wanna
to tell
do
me
what?
that too?
What?
I want to know if I can go to the car, because that's what I would do. I have no
You
interest in
can-
being in this building anymore.
That's perfect. Yes, you run to the car.
Okay, thank you for letting me make my own decision. Go on.
See if you're smart or not.
You can't. I'm not.
Okay. So yeah, you guys. She bolts.
I'm gonna watch her run out the door and holler down the stairs. What is going on?
I'm gone. I'm going too. I'll catch up because yeah, there's a thing walking around in there that shouldn't be walking around in
A
there.
thing?
That dude.
All right, so you're out the door.
Oh yeah, I'm like
I'm gonna call down to the professor. What did you guys see?
A dead man walking.
Dead man walking. Like a Frankenstein's monster?
I mean, he didn't have any bolts coming out of his neck or anything, if that's what you mean, but
But dead.
he was just shuffling dead, yeah.
Okay. Do we have everything we need here? Because I don't know if we want to hang around any longer. Let's grab Silas and go.
If he comes out of that building,
agree.
I will not get in the car with him.
Well, we'll put him in the trunk. Will that make you feel better if we put him in the trunk?
Perhaps, but I will be looking for somewhere to go because I need to make a phone call.
Okay.
There's probably a payphone between the alleyway and the car.
Then I make a phone call.
Okay. Perfect. So you guys grab Inquain and head to the car.
Yeah, I don't
You're
think
gonna-
we don't.
Drag a half unconscious man multiple blocks down the street.
Well, do you want to stay here, Professor, or do you want me to go get Bobby and bring the car around?
Yeah, why don't you guys bring the car around?
All right, I'm gonna.
So you're gonna leave the professor there by himself?
Yeah, because Bobby's already ran off. I have no way to get a hold of him.
Okay. You should call a cell phone. All right, you head off. Professor, where are you standing with Silas? Inside the building? In the alleyway?
I would say probably behind the counter.
Sure, sure,
In the building where I can keep an eye on the door
sure.
and have Silas tied up, laying down behind there, and I'm kind of hidden, but I can still keep my eye on it. Gun in
Give me a
hand.
listen roll. Give me a listen roll.
The professor's gonna
Got
use
it that
brains
time. All right, listen. It is listen. It's gonna be regular. Yeah, it's just regular success.
Okay. You hear scratching at the door in the basement.
Oh, okay.
No heavy blows, no nothing, just like scratching. It is a very unnerving couple of minutes. Meanwhile, Bobby, where are you headed?
I was following Miss Rumtree. I was going to make sure that she was okay.
Okay, you get most of the way to the car. Miss Rumtree has kind of beelined for a phone. Rumtree, who are you calling?
It can't be a private phone call that I tell you about later.
You see Bobby coming, so the question is, how do you keep it that way? And I don't have a problem with it being private. I just
If I
know.
If I see him coming, I will quickly get off the phone.
Well, if she's getting on the phone, I'm figuring that maybe she's calling someone important or something. I'd go get the car.
I mean,
I'll go
it's-
get the car and
Okay.
pull it up.
It's 1920,
fine.
so it's a full phone booth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be a full phone booth.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So,
that's
yeah,
true. That's true.
Yeah. Okay. Then yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Then I
yeah,
just hold up.
you're
I
in
hold
the
up a
phone booth.
hand and to hopefully Bobby understands that I do not
Yeah.
wish to be approached at this time.
No, I'm going to
Yeah.
go get the car then.
That makes sense. Yeah. He heads to the car. How long is your phone call?
It's short.
Like 10 sentences?
Perhaps.
Okay. So then, just about the time you're hanging up, Bobby pulls up, like slows with the car to kind of give you a look at you to see if you're ready or not. Are you ready to come out and get in the car, or do you want him to go on?
I will wave him on.
Okay. So Bobby, you pull around to the alleyway, stop to grab Lockhart, and then you guys pull into the alleyway, or do you want to pull at the end of the alleyway?
Let's pull up at the end of the alleyway. It'll be quicker to drive off.
Yeah.
So, okay, get the shotgun out of the trunk.
Yeah.
Then I'll run back into the Juju house and let the professor know we're here.
Professor, roll a listen.
Regular success.
Okay. You hear somebody coming, and in your mind, it's very possible that it's a cultist coming in.
Coming from the outside of the building? Okay.
And just as you're about ready to level the gun and pull the trigger, you see it's Lockhart.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Right.
Sorry, I should have called out. But Bobby's got the car. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, so I'll help him drag the frail old man out of the Juju house.
I need both of you to roll luck.
Success.
Good.
Okay. You guys get him out to the car, into the trunk, and then drive. Are you going back to Rumtree?
Yes.
Okay. Rumtree, are you still there?
I am not.
At the phone? You're gone?
I'm gone.
Okay. Roxy, you want to message me real quick where your character's gone, at least long enough so I know where to tell them you're at, or where to plan along?
Yeah.
We've got another 20 minutes or so. I didn't want to just leave you hanging. So where are you three headed?
So wait, Bobby, is this where
Where
she
did
was on the
Rumtree
phone?
go?
Yeah.
Okay,
She was on the phone. She waved me on.
Professor, is this normal? Does she just walk off like that?
No.
Guys, she's insane. What do you expect her to do?
Well, I mean, we wouldn't know that you've lost sanity.
Let's see here.
Why don't we drive slowly up the street and see if we can see her walking down the street?
I mean she can't have gotten too far.
I wouldn't think so.
Okay, so do you guys want to search for her?
We're going to start driving slowly up the street, and I'll be scanning for
her. Give me a luck.
That's a failure.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm good. I got it.
I failed.
I failed.
Okay.
I sent it to you.
What are you guys' luck scores?
Mine's 83. I rolled a 90.
I rolled an 8. My luck is a 30, and I rolled an 88.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I haven't rolled below a 75 tonight.
Wow.
All right, take all those dice, put some good juju on them.
Yeah. I don't ever want to go anywhere near Juju again.
From the Juju house?
Yeah, no.
Oh, I would
Matt.
like, if I could do one thing, Matt, on our way out the door, if I could grab one of those masks.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Is that possible? Okay.
Don't have a problem with that.
Okay. Like not one of the cultist masks, one of the nice tribal masks
in the
that are on
window.
display. Yeah. Gonna go in my office.
So, Roxy, are you attempting to avoid being seen at all?
Yes. 100%.
So you guys look, just kind of doing a little bit of a search pattern. Headed in what direction?
We're heading up the street away from the Juju house. So whatever direction that would be, from heading up from where the payphone was.
Sure.
I mean, I'm theorizing that she wouldn't go back towards the Juju house after her phone call.
No, I would not. If I could walk out of Harlem faster than you could drive, I would.
So, Roxy, you got a message.
Okay.
Just answer me real quick, and then we'll move on. It should be pretty simple.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the whisper that happens sometimes between the keeper and the player.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you guys don't find her at all. Where are you headed?
I guess we'll head back to my office.
You want to do that there? What are you going
Where
to
else
do?
are we going to do it? I don't have any other way.
We got to find her. We just can't leave her in Harlem.
I don't.
I don't.
I don't think we're going to find her
I think
right
you
now.
would know, Professor, that if I cannot be found, it is for a purpose.
I feel responsible for your well-being.
I understand that as a player, but she's not thinking that way right now.
Yeah.
Also, keeping in mind that one of the reasons that you brought Rumtree along is she can handle it. She can handle whatever's going on. So, the likelihood of her getting, knifed in Harlem is very low, unless it's at the Juju house. But that goes up for everybody at the Juju house.
I will insist that we keep looking at least for a little while longer, and then if we don't find anything and they want to get out of here, then I'll acquiesce at that point.
All right, Bobby, why don't we circle the block a couple of times?
All right.
And we circle the block, then go out a little farther, and we'll just kind of spiral out a little bit.
She's probably trying to get out of this area, so headed more uptown probably is where she's going, I would say. I'm going to figure if I need to make a roll for that or anything.
No, that makes. I mean, that's
works.
as good as of an idea as you can figure.
So I guess and I'll just use
Yeah.
my knowledge of the streets maybe to help facilitate the search pattern, since I kind of work in the city. I'll have some familiarity with it.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys start doing a search in what would make the most sense. I need Lockhart to give me a intelligence roll.
$84. It's 4 points. Oh, yeah, it's failure by 4 points.
Yeah. You guys search for probably another hour and a half, and don't really find her. The roads during this time of year in New York are not nearly as congested as they are now. They're still kind of congested, especially right after work lets out. So it gets to a point where your searching is really just sitting in traffic waiting, and then driving a little bit, and then sitting in traffic waiting.
We holler out the window, people, hey, you seen a white lady walking around here?
You're really
We ain't
agitated.
seen shit.
Really agitated lady. So I'm gonna look at the professor and Professor, look, we've been searching for.
It sounds like Daulphus would go, have you seen a really big, sturdy woman walking through here?
I'd be like, Professor, look, we've been searching for an hour. We've got an unconscious. I don't even know if he's unconscious anymore, but we've got someone in the trunk that we've got to figure out where we're going to question him at before it gets much later and someone discovers we got an elderly gentleman in our trunk.
All right. I guess she can handle herself.
Okay. You make it back to Lockhart Investigations. It's just after 6. What are you guys doing with the guy in the trunk? You just gonna drag him out?
You have an alley or a back way in?
Roll luck, Lockhart.
$70. That's a success.
Okay. Yeah, there's a way you can get him. There's a back door you could get him in if somebody went inside and opened it.
All right. Hey, Bobby, you know that back door that I showed you once
Yeah.
to get out of the office? Yeah, go through there and open up the back door for us. We'll go in through there, and we'll take him up the back stairs.
Okay.
Right.
You get him up into the office. So a couple of things to keep in mind. You don't have an answering machine.
Right.
You do have an answering service. But you might also you might have had a secretary, but it's likely that you had her go home for the day or something. Like, this has gotten a little weird. This was weird before now, so she may not even have been here to answer the phone.
Right.
Do you want to check your messages?
Yeah. Well, we'll secure our guest to a chair first.
Sure.
And then
in your main office, or in the side office?
Side office.
Sure. So you're checking your messages.
Yes.
Forgot why I was going to have you do that. Oh, you get a call from I'm gonna go look. I'm looking for a name. I'm sorry. To the very beginning of this chapter. There we go. You get a call from Lieutenant Poole.
Lieutenant Poole?
Yeah. You know that he is a veteran of the force. He's a detective. He's pretty good with what he's done, with what he does. This is he's known to be in homicide. Good detective, usually pretty clean. The message is pretty short. He says, "Mr. Lockhart, your situation has come under my investigation. I just wanted to let you know I'd be happy to talk with you about it, but at this point in time, the police are not concerned about the dead man in the street, and we don't believe that you had anything to do with the murdering of Jackson Elias. Okay. So I'd love to talk to you some more. If you want to come down to the station, we can talk about some other things that I think might be connected. I'd be happy to discuss that. But as far as you and your friends, you, the professor, and the woman, all three of you are welcome to leave the city at any point in time. You're no longer persons of interest.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna.
Did we get our sidearms back?
You would have to go down.
Yeah, we'll do that before we leave. So
you have two other messages that are just general, like, hey, we need somebody to. When can we meet you to talk about our case? And just general follow-up stuff.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell Bobby and the professor, it's like, hey, good news. One of my contacts reached me, and we're not suspects anymore. We're free to travel. We'll be able to, in fact, the Lieutenant Poole, who I've actually worked with, let me know that they may have some additional information about what's going on. So I think tomorrow we will call down to the police station and see if we can talk to Lieutenant Poole and see if we can facilitate getting our weapons back, Professor.
All right.
All right. So you guys have a man tied to the chair. It's a little after dinner. What do you want to do?
I mean, has he woken up yet? I mean, is he alert or is he still unconscious?
No, he's still unconscious.
Hopefully he's not permanently unconscious.
Oh, no, he's still breathing.
Okay.
But he's not waking up unless he's jostled awake.
I am going... are we ready to interrogate him, gentlemen, or do you want to, get some dinner?
Are you serious?
It's after dinner. I'm hungry.
This isn't like.
I mean, there's a really good place for pie right around the corner.
Yeah, pie, Bobby. It'll make you feel better.
The pie would make me feel great right now, but unfortunately, there's a man here that this isn't normal.
No, well, I know it's not normal, Bobby. I've shielded you from this aspect of the work, but sometimes when you're investigating and the police aren't helping, sometimes you got to resort to a little dirty work, and this might actually be a little dirty work.
Okay, well, but yeah, well,
all right. Well, so
I've already put two and two together on some of this. Right, I mean, because ultimately, I'm pretty sure this guy's responsible in some way, whatever.
Well, I agree.
In your friend's death.
I agree. The bigger question is, what are we going to do once we get the information? Are we going to set him free? Are we going to turn him into the cops?
That is the question.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's do what you need to do.
All right, I'm gonna fill up a pitcher of water and just toss it in Silas's face.
Okay. He sputters awake, coughing. Seems very unhappy that he is tied up. What?
Yeah, what? I mean, we came in there asking questions, and you opened fire on us, and your little cultist friends tried to kill us. So I would dial back on the aggression there, Silas. Otherwise, this could get kind of messy.
Can I get all three of you to roll psychology?
Yeah.
Exactly a success.
Yeah, failure on my part. Like an extreme failure. I rolled a 91.
That's pretty
regular success.
There is a lack of mental cohesion in the man sitting in front of you. To put it in a different term, he's got the crazy eyes, and he's also not afraid to use them, is what it looks like. He's not drooling so much as kind of like lightly foaming right at the corner of his mouth, and he says, "You don't know what you're talking about. You are lucky that you had the chance to be in the presence of the building that Chakotay stands in."
I'm going to look at the professor and look at him and go, how hard did you hit him?
That the what stands in? What did he say? I'm sorry, Miss.
Chakotay?
Chakotay? Okay.
You can roll occult.
Regular success.
You would have to do some research. You're not familiar with that name. You know, you do have a couple of places to start looking at least. But it's not a big name for you. So it's got to be some secondary or tertiary something.
Chakotay is.
Chakotay.
Lion's paw, dagger, kind of a weird look in his eye.
No, that's our high priestess. Our high priest.
Okay.
Would that have any...
Mukanga speaks to Chakotay.
Mukanga, that's the dead priest's name.
He's dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, that's bad. Chakotay will become angry.
So who's Chakotay?
Chakotay, the spirit of many faces.
Oh.
The person is like, oh, okay, and like writes it down in his.
I'm gonna look at Bobby.
It's the
Spirit of
professor's
many
notebook.
faces. Does that make any sense to you, Bobby?
No, but there was a guy who walked around inside of a room that was locked. Is that Chakotay?
No, there were no other men down there.
Well, he wasn't.
There were but the servants. Those that once were but are no longer.
How many of those are there?
Those who once were but are no longer.
Did I stutter?
So the Walking Dead.
That is a way you could put that.
How many?
Many.
Lovely.
All right. Well, maybe I'm so glad we didn't go in and take a look in there, Bobby.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
You got decidedly southern there
I'm
for
getting.
a second.
I am getting
Hardgrove.
a bad feeling about this gentleman. We may need to go back there.
Only if it's to.
Did you
somehow
defile
collapse
the
entire
sacred
thing.
That's
space?
exactly what I'm thinking about, is collapsing it.
You know how to.
Did you defile the sacred space?
How would we defile it?
Entrance. By pale-skinned creatures, and he just looks disgusted
Really?
at you. How dare he be racist?
No, we didn't actually walk into the thing.
Really, bud? In this day and age, you're gonna use that kind of racist thing? Really?
In the 1920s.
Aren't we past that? This is the 1920s. Aren't we past all that now?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
None of us walked into the thing, as far as I can say.
Yeah, shot into it, but that's
I
not
mean,
the same
does he
thing.
mean the room?
You shot into it?
Yeah,
Wait. Oh, wait. Who just said that?
I said that.
Lockhart. Yeah. Chakotay will be angry.
Why?
I must appease Chakotay. He begins to struggle against the chair to the point that the chair is moving across the floor.
Okay. I'll try to hold the chair back or hold the chair
How
down.
would you appease him?
As you get, go ahead and roll a fighting brawl. As you get close to him, you notice that he's no longer kind of foaming at the mouth. He is completely foaming at the mouth. Spittle is flying as he begins to grunt against and strain against the bonds.
All right, so that was a success for me on the fighting brawl.
You grab hold of the chair and manage to pull back before he can bite into you. And then he just looks you dead in the eyes and says, Chakotay will be appeased. Sticks his tongue out as far as possible and clamps down.
Okay, I was about to... as he started fighting like that, I was going to pull out one of those clubs that we pulled and just hit him in the head with it.
Roll fighting brawl. I think that's what that falls under. I'm pretty sure.
He's going to bite his tongue off.
Yes, he is.
You know, I'm actually my old job. I was trained in how to deal with that.
Hopefully, could stop him. Oh, hey, I rolled a 5.
Is that extreme?
I'll tell you. After
I should be. Yeah. Yep. Under a 9. So yes.
So he
I love this percentile.
critically fails at his dodge.
How does it
You
feel
catch
to
him
succeed?
in the jaw, and it looks like you break the jaw. But as you do that, his tongue flops out of his mouth onto the ground. And you hit him with enough force that it kind of, even with Aaron like kind of holding him, Aaron sees you swinging, lets go. You hit him. The tongue falls out on the ground, and he kind of topples over. It's still tied to the chair, and just starts chortling in glee.
That's not good
Normal.
at all, guys.
Meanwhile, your floor is getting covered in a lot of blood.
Yeah.
And as he's chortling, he starts to choke a little bit, spits, like blood just spatters everywhere as he continues to chortle. And what you assume sounds like to the three of you, Chakotay will be appeased. But obviously without a tongue.
Without a tongue, right.
But he just starts saying it, chanting it over and over again.
All right. I'm going to run. Probably, the office probably has a washroom. I'm going to go grab some towels for
Sure.
as good as that's going to do. I don't even know how to stop the bleeding for a bitten off tongue.
I've got some field medic training.
All right, so
Okay.
I'll go get the
So
the towels and bring them back.
You bring the towels back. Who's putting the towels in his mouth?
I mean, I've got the training, so I guess I'll be doing it.
I like the silence when you're all like, roll field our first aid.
I'm going to step outside the office and make sure nobody's hearing anything.
It is after hours for business, so the offices are all dark. Looks like they've all closed up for the night at least.
Stepping
Regular
out into the
success.
hall.
Okay.
Keep an eye
Now
on
roll
things,
a
Bobby.
dodge.
Oh, okay. And regular success.
Kind of prop his head up just a little bit, and go to put like the first like washcloth into his mouth, and he starts rabidly biting at you. So much so you just pull your hand back.
With a broken jaw.
Yeah. And then again, just blows spit and blood all over, including across your face, your chest, and your arms.
I'm just gonna silently hand the professor a
Wipe
towel.
that off immediately, yeah.
And he seems to be perfectly happy laying there bleeding.
Okay, so I guess we can drop the. I don't want to put this in Bobby's car. It's gonna make a mess. I guess we could put him on the street. It's not like he's gonna tattle on us at this point. And the cricket sound.
I'm not in the room.
I know. Trying to decide, Professor.
I'm going to. You got a waste bin over here, right?
Oh yeah, right there, right there next to the desk.
Okay. You got a stove or maybe an iron in here?
God. I've got a hot plate.
A hot plate. That'll work perfect. Give me that hot plate.
I go and get the hot plate and plug it in.
turn it on, crank it up, take my knife, set my knife on it.
Sure. He keeps laying there, chortling and bleeding. Are you going to try and cauterize that wound?
Yep.
Okay, you can go right ahead.
I would like to knock him out first, if I could do that.
You can try.
Yeah. Okay.
Keeping in mind
that's
that
what I wanted to do the first
I mean,
time.
the shock will put him out.
I just don't want him
Right.
to try to bite and spit at me while I try to get to his tongue.
Well, what, the stump, you mean?
Go ahead and roll.
Fighting brawl.
Yeah.
Hard success.
Okay, you hit him. He goes limp. Then you're going to cauterize his wound.
Yes.
As you put the knife to his tongue, to the stump of his tongue, he wakes up, gurgles and screams, has what looks like a seizure, and stops moving.
All right.
And it doesn't seem like he's breathing anymore.
Well, that's not good, Professor. Now we got to get rid of a dead body.
Well, we've made a few of those today already.
Well, yeah, but this one's a little more obvious. I mean, this one looks like we've tortured him.
Come on. What would I'm not even sure what World War I first aid techniques involve, but I'm guessing there's some sort of a CPR like thing.
Yeah, you could try. Part of CPR during World War I, I'm pretty sure, is putting your mouth to theirs and blowing oxygen in. You want to do that?
No.
Actually, I mean,
But-
CPR back then, if their heart stopped, like on the surgery, that was an open chest or open heart massage. I don't even know if we would know how to resuscitate.
Well, then
In that
that's what we'll
fashion.
go with. You want to crack his chest open?
No.
I think I would like to maybe roll my intelligence to understand. You know, I am a college-educated person.
Yeah, but you're also not a doctor. You're just a professor doctor.
Yeah, I know, but I
your-
was, a little
Your
bit of
knowledge
medic training.
of medicine at this point in time is severely lacking for what you would need to do.
I mean, my instinct would be like to hit him in the chest, like to.
Sure, yeah, you can thump on his chest. Roll first aid. Why not?
Can I roll luck on this?
No.
No. Okay. First aid. There you are. Well, it is a regular success.
Okay. So you thump his chest. You feel the bone give way just a little bit,
Dude.
which is normal. Breaking someone's ribs when you're trying to resuscitate them, even now, is not unheard of.
Yeah.
But when you pull your hand back to maybe do it again, his shirt starts to kind of the chest under his shirt starts to kind of cave in just a little bit, and then you hear almost as though a 2-liter bottle had opened just for that first time, that hiss, but it sounds like the word appease. And then his chest compacts itself down.
Whoa.
Both of you need to give me a sanity check.
Space bag.
All right.
Success. No, failure.
Failure.
Yep.
And Hardgrove.
Success.
So Aaron, you're going to lose a D6. Hardgrove, you'll lose 1.
Still a 1. All right.
And
Still in the
that is
70s.
actually, yeah, that is a fantastic place for us to end the stream tonight. Hey,
Points.
if you haven't noticed, all of our Twitter handles are underneath our names. So you can find Aaron Lockhart at Bink26. Ms. Jewell Rumtree's over at Rueworks. That's with an E. Daulphus Hardgrove is over at David M. McFarland. Robert Blackwood you can find over at Passion Nerdly. And you can find me, the Keeper, over at Quiett with an extra T because we're extra, I guess. So we will be back in 2 weeks The next game falls on the 7th of November.
Ooh, right before my
and
wife's
we'll-
birthday.
See
if
how
you
many
missed any part
cultists
of
we
this-
can kill next time.
And if you missed any part of this, you will always be able to see this on video on demand. And then we're going to replay this next week as well. So look forward to seeing you guys in the chat next game, and have a great night.
Night.
Bye.
Bye.